As by your high imperial majesty, I have in charge my departure from France as procurator to your excellence to marry Princess Margaret for your grace. I have performed my task and was espoused, and humbly now, upon I bended, in sight of England and her lordly peers, deliver up my title and the queen to your most gracious hands. The happiest gift that ever Marquess gave, the fairest queen that ever king received.
Congrats. Welcome, Queen Margaret. No, I can express no kinder sign of love than this kind kiss. Oh Lord, that lends me life, lend me a heart replete with thankfulness.
Great King of England, and my gracious Lord, the mutual confidence that my mind had had, by day, by night, waking and in my dreams, in courtly company and at my deeds, with you, my orderly sovereign, makes me the bolder to salute my king, with ruder terms, such as my wit affords, and overjoy of heart doth minister.
Her sight did ravish, but her gracing speech, her words that clad with wisdom's majesty, makes me from wondering fall to weak joys, such as the fullness of my heart's content. Lords, with one cheerful voice, welcome my love.
Long live Queen Margaret, England's happiness.
We thank you all.
My Lord Protector, so it please your grace, here are the articles of contracted peace between our sovereign and the French King Charles, for 18 months concluded by consent.
In premise, it is agreed between the French King Charles and William de la Pole, Marquess of Suffolk, Ambassador for Henry King of England, that said Henry shall espouse the Lady Margaret, daughter unto Regnier King of Naples, Sicilia, and Jerusalem, and crown her Queen of England at the 30th of May next ensuing. Item, the Duchy of Anjou and the country of Maine shall be released and delivered to the King her father.
Uncle, how now?
Pardon me, my lord, some sudden qualm has struck me at the heart and dimmed my eyes. I can read no further.
Oh. Uncle, I pray, be not.
Item, it is further agreed between them that the duchies of Anjou and Maine shall be released and delivered over to the king her father, and she sent over to the king of England's own proper cost and charges, without having any doubting.
They please us well. Lord Marquess, kneel down. We here create thee the first Duke of Suffolk, and gird thee with the sword. Cousin of York, we here discharge your grace from being regent in the parts of France till term of 18 months before expire. Thanks to my uncles Gloucester, York, Buckingham, Somerset, Salisbury, and Warwick. We thank you all for the great favor done and entertainment to my princely queen. Come, let us in, and with all speed provide to see her coronation be performed.
Brave peers of England, pillars of the state, to you, Duke Humphrey, must unload history, your grief, the common grief of all the land. What? Oh, did my brother Henry spend his youth, his valor, his coins and people in the wars? Oh, peers of England, shameful is the league, faithful this marriage, canceling your fame, blotting your name from books of memory, raising the characters of your renown to face monuments of conquered France, and doing all that never did.
Amidst this passionate discourse, this peroration of such circumstance will rise as ours. We will keep it still.
Aye, true. We will keep it if we can, but now it is impossible we should. She should have stayed in France and starved in France. Force.
My Lord of Gloucester, now you grow too hot. It It was the pleasure of my lord the king.
My lord Warwick, I know your mind. 'Tis not my speech that you dislike, but 'tis my presence that doth trouble ye. Lordies, farewell, and say, when I am gone, I prophesy France will be lost ere long.
So, there goes our protector in a rage. 'Tis known to you he is mine enemy. Nay, more, an enemy unto you all. And no great friend I fear me to the king. Consider, lords, he is next of blood and heir apparent to the English crown.
Why should he then protect our sovereign? He being a base to run himself. Cousin of Somerset, join you with me, and all together, with the Duke of Suffolk, will quickly hoist Humphrey from his seat.
This weighty business will not brook delay. I'll to the Duke of Suffolk presently.
York, he's still alive till time to serve. Watch thou and wake when others be asleep, to pry into the secrets of the state, till Henry's confiding in joys of love with his new bride and England's dear bought queen, and Humphrey with the peers be fallen at jars. Then I will raise aloft the milk-white rose, with whose sweet smell the air shall be perfumed, and in my standard bear the arms of York to grapple with the house of Lancaster, and force perforce I'll make you yield the crown, whose bookish rule hath pulled fair England down.
Why droops my lord like overripened corn, hanging the head at Ceres' plenty's load? Why doth the great Duke Humphrey knit his brows as frowning at the favors of the world? Why are thine eyes fixed to the sullen earth, gazing on that which seems to dim thy sight? What seest thou there? King Henry's diadem! It shades with all the honors of the world. If so, gaze on, and dim and grovel on thy face until thy head be circled with the same. Put forth thy hand, reach at the glorious gold. What, is too short? I'll lengthen it with mine, and having both together heaved it up, we'll both together lift our heads to heaven, and nevermore abase our sight so low as to vouchsafe one glance unto the ground.
Nell, sweet Nell, thou dost love thy lord, banish the canker of ambitious thoughts, and make that thought, when I imagine ill against my king and nephew, virtuous Henry, be my last breathing in this mortal world. My troubles dream this night doth make me sad.
What dream, my lord? Tell me, and I'll requite it with sweet rehearsal of my morning's dream.
I thought this staff, my office badge in court, was broken in twain, by whom I have forgot, but as I think it was that damn Suffolk. This was my dream.
Tut, this was nothing but an argument. That he that breaks a stick of Gloucester's grove shall lose his head for presumption. List to me, my Humphrey, my sweet Duke. Methought I sat in a seat of majesty, and the cathedral church of Westminster, and in that chair were kings and queens are crowned, where Henry and Dame Margaret kneeled to me, and on my head did set the diadem.
Nay, Alencon, then I must chide outright. Presumptuous dame, ill-nurtured Eleanor. Art thou not second woman in the realm, and the protector's wife, beloved of him? Hast thou not worldly pleasure at command above the reach or compass of thy thought? And wilt thou still be hammer and treachery, the tongue
Nay, be not angry. I'm pleased again. I go. Come then, our ride with us.
Yes, my lord. I'll follow presently. Oh, I must. Cannot go before while Gloucester bears this base and humble mind. Were I a man, a duke, and next to blood, I would remove these tedious stumbling blocks and smooth my way upon their headless necks. And I, being a woman, will not be slack to play my part in fortune's pageant. What? Are you there? Oh, Sir John, nay, fear not the men. We are alone. Here's none but you and I. My lord of Suffolk. Say, is this the guise? Is this the fashion in the court of England? But shall King Henry be a pupil still under the surly Gloucester's governance? Am I a queen in title and in style and must be made a subject to a duke?
Madam, be patient. As I was caused your highness came to England, so will I in England work your grace's full content.
Besides the haughty protector hath Bedford, the imperious churchman, Somerset, Buckingham, and grumbling York, and not the least of these but can do more in England than the king.
And he of these that can do most of all cannot do more in England than the Nevils. Salisbury and Warwick are no simple peers.
Not all these lords do vex me half so much as that proud dame, the Lord Protector's wife. She sweeps through the court with troops of ladies, more like an empress than the Duke of Humphrey's wife. Strangers in court do take her for the queen.
Oh, let her rest. And now, listen to me, for I am bold to counsel you on this. We will bring to comfort in disgrace. As for the Duke of York, this late complaint will make but little for his benefit. So, one by one, we'll read them all at last, and you yourself shall sneer the happy helm.
For my part, noble lords, I care not which, or Somerset, or York, all's one to me. If York hath ill demeaned himself in France, then let him be denied the regentship.
If Somerset be unworthy of the place, let York be regent. I will yield to him.
Hey, Solomon, show some reason Buckingham why Somerset should be preferred in this.
Because the king, forsooth, will have it so.
Madam, the king is old enough to himself to give his censure. These are no woman's matters.
If he be old enough, one needs your grace to be protector of his excellence.
Madam, I'm protector of the realm, and at his pleasure will resign this my place.
Oh, resign it then, leave thine insolence. Since thou wert king, as who is king but thou? The Commonwealth hath daily run to wreck. The Dauphin hath prevailed beyond the seas, and all the peers and nobles of the realm have been as bondmen to thy sovereignty.
Thy sumptuous buildings and thy wife's attire have cost a mass public treasury.
Thy cruelty in execution upon offenders hath exceeded the law, and left thee to the mercy of the law.
The sale offices and towns in France, if they were known as the suspect is great, would make thee quickly die hung without thy hand. Pick up my bag. What, minion, can you not? Oh, I cry you mercy, madam, is it you? Was I? Yea, it was, proud Frenchwoman. Could I come near your beauty with my nails? I set my 10 commandments on her face.
Sweet and be quiet. 'Twas against her will.
Against her will, good king, look to it in time. She'll pamper thee like a baby. And though this place most master wear no breeches, she shall not strike Dame Eleanor unrevenged.
I will follow Eleanor, and listen after Humphrey how he proceeds. She's tickled now, but you need no spurs. She galloped far enough to destruction.
Now, lords,
Color may overblown, with walking once on the quadrangle. I could have talked of Commonwealth affairs. As your spiteful, false objections, prove them. And I lie open to the law, but God in mercy will deal with my soul, as I in duty love my king and country.
Said my masters, and welcome all to this gear, the sooner the better.
Patience, good lady, wizards know their times. Deep night, dark night, the silence of the night, the time of night, whom Troy has set on fire. The time of screech owls cry, and bandogs howl, and spirits walk, and ghosts break up their graves. That time best fits the work we have at hand. Madam, sit you and fear not. Whom we raise, we will make fast in a hallowed verge.
Answer.
Smoth, by the eternal God, whose name and power thou tremblest at, answer that I shall ask. For thou, till thou speak, thou shalt not pass from hence.
Ask what thou wilt. Thy said done.
First of the king, what shall of him become?
The Duke yet lives, that Henry shall dispose, but him outlive and die a violent death.
What fates await the Duke of Suffolk?
By water shall he die, and take his end.
What shall befall the Duke of Somerset?
Let him shun castles. Safer shall he be upon the sandy plains than where castles mounted stand. Have done for more I can hardly endure.
Descend to darkness and the burning lake, false fiend avoid!
Lay hands on these traitors in the trash. Tell them I think we want you at an inch. What, madam, are you there? The king and Commonweal are deeply indebted for this piece of praise. My Lord Protector will, I doubt it not, see you well guarded for these good deserts.
Not half so bad as lying to England's king and injurious Duke, that threats when there's no cause.
True, madam, not at all. What do you call this? Away with them! Let them be cleft of blows and get asunder. You, madam, shall with us. We'll see your trinkets here, all forthcoming. All away!
What tidings of our cousin Buckingham?
Such as my heart doth tremble to an awful assault of naughty persons, lewd and under the circumstances, countenance of confederacy of Lady Eleanor, the Protector's wife, the ringleader and head of all this rout and practice dangerously against your state, deal witches and conjurers whom we have apprehended in the fact.
God, what mischiefs work the wicked ones, even confusion on their own heads thereby.
Gloucester, see here the tincture of thy nest. They look as of be faultless, though were best.
Madam, for myself, to heaven I do appeal. How I have loved my king and commonweal. For my wife, I know not how it stands. Sorry I am to hear what I have heard. Noble she is, but if she had forgot honor and virtue and converse with such as like to pitch to vile nobility, do I banish her my bed and company, give her the prey to law and shame, that have dishonored Gloucester's honest name?
Well, for this night we will repose us here, tomorrow toward London back again to look into this business thoroughly, and call these foul offenders to their answers and poise the cause in justice's equal scales, whose beam stands sure, his rightful cause prevails.
Now, my good lords of Salisbury and Warwick, a simple supper ended, give me leave in this close walk to satisfy myself, in craving your opinion of my title, which is invaluable to England's crown.
My lord, I long to hear it at full.
Sweet York, begin, and if thy play be good, the Nevilles are thy subjects to command.
Then thus, Henry Bolingbroke, Duke of Lancaster, crowned by the name of Henry IV, seized on the man, proposed the rightful king, sent his poor queen to France from whence she came, and him to Montfray, where, as you all know, Heartless Richard was murdered traitorously.
Father, the Duke hath told the truth. Thus got the house of Lancaster the crown.
Which by now they hold by force, and not by right. My mother, being heir unto the crown, married Richard, Earl of Cambridge, who was his son, to Edmund Langley, Edward III's 5th son. By her I claim the kingdom. So, if the issue of the elder son succeed before the younger, I am king.
What plain proceeding is more plain than this? Henry doth claim the throne from John of God, the 4th son. Yours claims it from the 3rd. Then, Father Salisbury, we'll be together, and in this private club you be the first that shall salute our rightful sovereign with honor of his birthright to the crown.
Long live our sovereign Richard, England's king.
We thank you, Lord. But I am not your king till I be crowned, and that my sword be stained with heart blood of the house of Lancaster, and that suddenly not to be performed with, but with advice and silent secrecy. Do you, as I do in these dangerous days, wink at the Duke of Suffolk's insolence, at Beaufort's pride, at Somerset's ambition, at Buckingham and all the crew of them, till they have snared the shepherd of your flock, that virtuous prince, the good Duke Humphrey, till that they seek, and they, in seeking that, shall find their deaths. If your advice.
My lord, break me off. We know your mind is full.
My heart assures me that the Earl of Warwick shall one day make the Duke of York a king.
And never do this as I assure myself, Richard shall live to make the Earl of Warwick the greatest man in England, but the king. Stand forth, Dame Eleanor Hobble, Gloucester's wife. In sight of God and us, your guilt is great. Receive the sentence of the law for sins such as by God's book are adjudged to death. You, sir, shall be strangled on the gallows. You, madam, for you are more nobly born, spoiled of your honor and your life, shall, after 3 days open penance done, live in your country here in banishment with Sir John Stem in the Isle of Man.
Welcome is banishment. Welcome were my death.
Eleanor, the law thou seest hath judged thee, and justified whom the law condemns. My eyes full of tears, my heart of grief. Oh, Humphrey, this is dishonor in thine age, who bring thy head with sorrow to the ground. I beseech your majesty give me leave to go. Sorrow is solace of my ease.
Stay, Humphrey, Duke of Gloucester. Ere thou go, give up thyself. Henry will to himself protect thee, and God shall be my hope.
I see no reason why a king of years should be to be protected like a child. God and King Henry govern England's realm. Give up your staff, sir, and the king is realm.
Staff? Here, O Henry, is my staff. Swiftly as to light safe resounds, ere thy father Henry made it mine. Even as willingly as thy feet leave it, others would ambitiously receive it. Farewell, good king. I am dead and gone, the honorable peace of thy throne.
my lord, to see my open shame. Now thou dost penance too. Look how they gaze. See how the giddy multitude do point and nod their heads and throw their eyes on thee. But Gloucester, hide thee from their hateful looks, and in thy closet all pent up, rue thy shame, and bat thine enemies, both mine and thine.
Be patient, gentle Nell, forget this grief.
Gloucester, teach me how to forget myself. For whilst I think I am thy married wife, and thou a prince protector of this land, methinks I should not be thus led along, veiled up in shame, with papers on my back, and followed with a rabble that rejoice to see my tears and hear my deep-fed groans. The ruthless flint doth cut my tender feet, and when I start, the envious people laugh and be advised how I tread. Oh, Humphrey, can I bear this shameful yoke? Trowest thou that ere I look upon the world, or count them the happy that enjoy the sun? No. Show me my light and night by day. To think upon my pomp shall be my hell. Sometime I'll say I am Duke Humphrey's wife, and he a prince and ruler of the land. Yet so he ruled, and such a prince he was. As he stood by us, I, his forlorn duchess, was made a wonder and a pointing stock to every idle rascal's follower. But be thou mild, and blush not at my shame, nor stir at nothing, till the axe of death hang over thee, as sure it shortly will. For Suffolk, for he that can do all in all, with her that hated thee and hates us all, and York and impious both from that false priest have all lined bushes to betray thy wings, and fly how thou canst, they'll tangle thee. But fear not thou until thy foot be snared, nor never seek prevention of thy foe.
Now forbear! Thou attains of his own rhyme. I must offend before I be attained. And had I 20 times so many foes, and each of them at 20 times their power, all these could not procure me any scathe, so long as I am loyal, true, and crimeless. Wouldst thou have me rescue thee from this reproach? Why? If thy scandal were not right to pay, but I, in danger, will breach of law. The greatest hell is quiet, gentle, now. I pray thee, exhort thy heart to patience. These few days' wonder will be quickly pure.
What God, my lord, and bid me not farewell? Art thou gone too? I'll come and go with thee, for none abides with me. My joy is death. Death, at whose name I have oft been afeard, because I wished this world's return. My shade will not be shifted with my sheet, no, it will hang upon my richest robes and show itself, attire me how I can. Go, lead the way. I long to see my prison.
I news my lord of Gloucester has not come. 'Tis not his wont to be the hindmost man, but our each keeps a pro's now.
Can you not see? Or will ye not observe the strangeness of his altered countenance? With what a majesty he bears himself, how insolent of late he is become, how proud, how peremptory, and unlike himself.
All health unto my gracious sovereign.
Welcome, Lord Somerset. What news from France?
That all your interest in those territories is utterly bereft. All is lost.
Old news, Lord Somerset. God's will be done.
All happiness to my lord the king. Pardon my liege, I have stayed so long.
Nay, Gloucester, know that thou art come too soon, unless thou wert more loyal than thou art. I do arrest thee of high treason here.
Well, son, thou shalt not see me blush, nor change my countenance for this arrest. Heart unspotted is not so easily daunted. The purest spring is not so free from mud, as I am clear from treason to my sovereign. Oh, who can accuse me? Wherein am I guilty?
'Tis not, my lord, that you took bribes of friends, and being protector, stayed the soldier's pen, by means whereof his highness hath lost friends.
Oh, is it so? What worthy to think it? I never robbed the soldiers of their pay, nor ever had one penny bribe of friends.
In your protectorship you did devise strange tortures for offenders, never heard of that England was defamed by tyranny.
Oh, why? 'Tis well known that while I was protector, pity was all the fault that was in me.
My lord, these faults are quickly, easily answered, but mightier crimes are laid unto your charge, whereof you could not easily purge yourself. I do arrest you in my highness's name, and keep you until your further time of trial.
Lord Gloucester, it is my special hope that you will free yourself from all suspect. My conscience tells me you are innocent.
Gracious Lord, these days are dangerous. Virtue is chilled without ambition, and charity chased hence by rancor's hand. Now subordination is predominant, that we exile your highness' land. The ancient proverb will be well affected. A staff is to be found to lead to them.
He'll rest the sense and hold us here all day, my lord. He is your prisoner.
I will take away the Duke and guard him short.
Thus, King Henry throws away his crutch before his legs be firm to bear his body. Thus is the shepherd beaten from thy side, and wolves are gnawing. Who shall gnaw first? That my fear were false. That it were. For good King Henry, let it came.
My lords, what to your wisdom seemeth best, do or undo as it must up.
Well, your highness, leave the parliament.
I and Margaret, my heart is drowned with grief. Whose blood begins to flow within mine eyes, my body bound in girt misery. For what's more miserable than discontent? Humble Humphrey, in thy face I see the map of honor, truth, and loyalty, and yet, good Humphrey, is the hour come that ere I prove thee false, for fear of thy faith. His fortunes I will weave, and twixt each throne say, who's a traitor? Gloucester, he is none. Anna, why lookst thou so pale? Why tremblest thou? Where's our uncle? What's the matter, Suffolk?
Dead in his bed, my lord. Gloucester is dead.
Mary, God forfend. There's my lord. Help, Lord. The king is dead.
Bring her up his body, bring a light in his nose.
Run, go, help, help. Oh, Henry, open thine eyes.
He doth revive again. Adam, be patient.
Oh, heaven. Oh, well, where's my gracious lord?
Comfort to my sovereign, gracious and great comfort.
What? Doth my lord Suffolk comfort me? Came he right now to sing a raven's note, whose dismal tune bereft my vital powers, and thinks he that the chirping of a wren by crying comfort from a hollow breast can chase away the first conceived sound. I love thy poison from such sugared words. Lay not thy hands on me, forbear, I say. Their touch affrights me as a serpent's sting, a baleful messenger, out of my sight!
Why do you rate my lord of Suffolk thus? Although the Duke was enemy to him, yet he most Christian-like laments his death.
Oh, woe is me for Gloucester, wretched man!
Be woe for me! More wretched than he is. What? Does thou turn away and hide thy face? I am no loathsome lever. Look on me. What? Art thou like the adder waxen death, be poisonous too, and kill thy forlorn queen? Is all thy comfort shut in Gloucester's tomb? Why then, Dame Margaret was ne'er thy joy. Erect his statue and worship it, and make my image but an alehouse sign. I mean, I can no more. Time, Margaret, for Henry weeps that thou dost live so long.
It is reported, mighty sovereign, that good Duke Humphrey traitorously is murdered by Suffolk's means.
That he is dead, good lord, 'tis true, but how he died, God knows nothing.
I do believe the violent hands were laid upon the life of this thrice fated.
A dreadful oath, sworn with a solemn tongue. What instance gives Lord Warwick for this vow?
See how the blood is settled in his face. His face is black and full of blood. His eyeballs further out than when he lived. His hair upreared, his nostrils stretched with struggling, his hands but broad displayed as one that grasped and tugged for life and was by strength subdued. It cannot be, but he was murdered here. The least of all these signs are probable.
Why, Warwick? Who should do the Duke to death? Myself had him in protection. And we, I hope, sir, are no murderers.
But you are vowed to Humphrey's foes, and you forsooth have the good Duke to keep. 'Tis like you would not feast him like a friend, and 'tis well seen he found an enemy.
Then you be like suspicious nobleman, as guilty of Duke Humphrey's timeless death.
Who finds the heifer dead and bleeding fresh, seized fast by a butcher with an axe, but will suspect was he that made the slaughter?
Are you the butcher, Suffolk? Where's your knife? His forward turned to kite. Where are his talons?
I wear no knife to slaughter sleeping men. But here's a vengeful sword, rusted with ease, that shall be scoured in his rancorous heart that slanders me with murder's crimson badge. Say, if thou darest, proud lord of Warwickshire, that I am faulting in Duke Humphrey's death, thou shalt be waking on a shed thy blood, if from this presence thou darest go with me.
Away, even now, or I will drag thee hence. Unworthy though thou art, I'll cope with thee and do some service to Duke Humphrey's ghost.
Why, how now, lords? Your wrathful weapons drawn here in our presence. Dare you be so bold? A tumultuous clamor happened here.
The traitor's war with the men of Bury set all upon me, mighty son.
Sirs, stand apart. The king shall know your mind. Dreadlord, the commons send you word by me. Unless Lord Suffolk straight be done to death or banished fair England's territories, they will by violence tear him from your palace and torture him with grievous lingering death. They say by him the good Duke Humphrey died. They say in him they fear your highness' death. And mere instinct of love and loyalty, free from a stubborn opposite intent, and being thought to contradict your liking, makes them thus forward in his banishment.
'Tis like the commons' rude, unpolished hinds could send such a message to their sovereign.
Go, Salisbury, tell them all from me I thank them for their tender loving care. And therefore, by his majesty, I swear, whose far unworthy deputy I am, he shall not breathe infection in this air but 3 days longer on pain of death.
Oh, Henry, let me plead for gentle Suffolk.
And gentle queen. To call him gentle Suffolk. No more, I say, if thou dost plead for him, thou wilt that add increase unto my wrath. If, after 3 days' space, thou hear me spout on any ground that I am ruler of, the world will not be ransomed for thy life. Come, Warwick. Come, good Warwick, go with me. I have great matters to impart to thee.
Mischance and sorrow go along with you. Heart's discontent and sour affliction be plain malice to keep you company.
these execrations, and let thy Suffolk take this I read.
Oh, let me entreat these scenes. Give me thy hand, that I may do it with my mournful tears, nor let the rain of heaven wet this place to wash away my woeful monuments. Oh, could this kiss be printed in thy hand, that thou mightest think upon these by the seal, through whom 1,000 sighs I breathe for thee. Go, speak not to me, but now be gone. Oh, no. Come, yet, you may thus two friends content. Embrace and kiss and take 10,000 leaves. Look there 100 times to part them, die, and now farewell. Farewell life with thee.
Thus is poor Suffolk 10 times banished, once by the king, and thrice by thee. If I depart from thee, I cannot live. Oh, let me stay, befall what may befall.
Away. Though parting be a fretful corrosive, it is applied to a deathful wound. France, sweet Suffolk, let me hear from thee.
I hope.
Take my heart with thee.
A jewel locked into a woefulest task that ever did contain a thing of worth. Even as a splitted bark so sundered we, this way I fall.
This way for me.
Suffolk's imperial tongue is stern and rough, used to command, untaught to plead for favor. Far be it we should honor such as these with humble suit. No. Rather let my head stoop to the block than these knees bow to any save to the God of heaven and to my king. And sooner dance upon a bloody pole than stand uncovered to the vulgar groom. True nobility is exempt from fear. Come, soldiers, show what cruelty ye can, that Suffolk's death shall never be forgot. Great men oft die by violent zones. A Roman sworder and Bandito slave murdered sweet Joan. Brutus's bastard hand stabbed Julius Caesar. Savage islanders Pompey the Great. And Suffolk dies by pirates. Oh! 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 Oh!
Oh, no, madam. Still mourning and lamenting for Suffolk's death? I fear me, love, that if I had been dead, thou wouldst not have mourned so much for me.
No, my love, I should not mourn, but die with thee. My hope is gone. Suffolk is deceased.
From Ireland comes York to claim his right and pluck the crown from feeble Henry's head. Ring bells, allow, burn bonfires clear and bright, to entertain great England's lawful king. Whoever here Buckingham to disturb me, the king hath sent him sure. I must assemble.
York, if thou meanest well, I greet thee well.
How free Buckingham I accept thy greeting? Art thou a messenger, or full of pleasure?
A messenger from Henry, our dread liege, to know the reason for these arms in peace.
Scarce can I speak, my choler is so great. Oh, I could hew up rocks and fight with flint. I am so angry at these abject terms. I am far better born than is the king, more like a king, more kingly in my thoughts, but I must make fair weather yet a while, till Henry be more weak, and I more strong. strong. Buckingham, I really pardon me that I have given no answer all this while. My mind was troubled with deep melancholy. The cause why I have brought this army hither is to remove proud Somerset from the king, sedition to his grace and to the state.
Well, that is too much presumption on my part. But if thy arms be known to no other end, the king hath yielded unto thy demand. The Duke of Somerset is in the town.
On thine honor is prisoner?
Upon mine honor, he is prisoner.
Then, Buckingham, I do dismiss my powers. Soldiers, I thank you all. Disperse yourselves. Meet me tomorrow in St. George's Field. There you shall have pay and everything you wish. And let my sovereign, virtuous Henry, command my eldest son, nay, all my sons, as pledges of my fealty and love. I'll send them as willing as I live, lands, goods, horse, armor, anything I have is it to use, so Somerset may die.
I commend this kind submission. Oh, we twain will go into His Highness's tent.
Buckingham, doth your intend no harm to us, that thus he marcheth with thee arm in arm?
In all submission and humility, your present himself unto your highness.
And what intends these forces thou dost bring?
To keep the traitor Somerset from hence.
See, Buckingham, Somerset comes with the queen. Go bid her hide quickly from the duke.
For that of yours, he shall not hide his head, but boldly stand and front him to his side.
How now, is Somerset at liberty? Then York, unloose thy long imprisoned thoughts, and let thy tongue be equal with thy heart. Shall I endure the sight of Somerset? False king, why hast thou broken faith with me, knowing how hardly I can brook abuse? King did I call thee? No, thou art not king, not fit to govern and rule multitudes, which darest not know, nor canst not rule a traitor.
Oh, monstrous traitor! I arrest thee, York, of capital treason against the king and crown. Obey, audacious traitor, kneel for grace.
You hadst me kneel. First let me ask of these if they can brook abuse. I bow a knee to man. Sir, calling my sons to be my bail, they'll pawn their swords for my intention.
Calling it Clifford, bidding come maid to say that bastard sons of yours shall be the surety for their traitor father.
Oh, blood, this soft Neapolitan, outcast of Naples, England's bloody scourge. The sons of York, by betters in their birth, shall be their father's bail, and vain to those that for my surety will refuse the boys. See where they come. I'll know it, they'll make it good.
And here comes Clifford to deny their bail.
Health and all happiness to my lord the king.
Oh, I thank thee, Clifford, say what news with thee. Do never fright us with an angry look. We are thy sovereign. Oh, Clifford, kneel again, for thy mistaking, so we pardon thee.
This is my king. I do not mistake your, but thou mistaking me much to think I do. To bedlam with them. Is the man gone mad?
Aye. A bad man and vicious humor makes him oppose himself against his king. He's a traitor.
Let him to the tower and shove away that patch speak of his.
He is arrested, but will not obey. His sons, he says, shall give their words to him.
Will you not, sons?
Aye, noble father, if our words will serve, and if our words will not, then our weapons shall.
Why? What a brood of traitors have we here?
Look in a glass and call thy image so. I am thy king, and thou a false-heart traitor. Call hither to the state my two brave heirs, that with the very shaking of their chains they may admonish these fell-lurking curs. Bid Salisbury, Warwick, come to me.
Are these thy bears? Well, bang thy bears to death, and mantle the bear ward in their chains, if thou darest. to bring him to the bathing place. After I have seen a hot four-wheeling cur run back from fight as he was withheld, from being suffered for the bear's fell paw, had clapped his tail between his legs and cried. Such a piece of service will you do if you oppose yourselves to match Lord Warwick. Hence, ye of wrath, foul, indigested lump, as crooked as thy manners that they shape you.
We shall teach you thoroughly anon.
Take heed, lest by your heat you burn yourself.
My work, hath thy knee forgot to bow? Old Salisbury, shame to thy silver hair, thou madness leader of thy brain-sick son. What? Wilt thou on thy deathbed play the ruffian and deep for sorrow within thy spectacles? Where is faith? Oh, where is loyalty? If it be banished from the frosty head, where shall it find a harbor in the earth? For shame. In duty bend thy knee to me that bows unto thy grave with mickle age.
My lord, I have considered with myself the title of this most renowned duke, and in my conscience do repute his grace, the rightful heir to England's royal seat.
Hast thou not sworn allegiance unto me?
I have.
Canst thou dispense with heaven for such an oath?
It is great sin to swear unto a sin, but greater still to keep a sinful oath. Who can be bound by any solemn vow? To do a murderous deed, to rob a man, to force a spotless virgin's chastity, to reave an orphan of his patrimony, to wring a widow from her custom right, and have no other reason for this wrong but that he was bound by a solemn oath.
The silent traitor needs no sophister. Call Buckingham and bid him arm himself.
Oh, call Buckingham and all the friends thou hast. I am resolved for death or dignity.
The first I warn thee if the dreams prove true.
You're best to go to bed and dream again, to keep thee from the tempest of the field.
I am resolved to bear greater storm than any thou canst under up today. And that all by upon thy bargain might all but know thy by that household badge.
Now, when my father's badge, old Neville's crest, the rampant bear chained to the ragged staff, this day I'll wear aloft my burden head. As on a mountain top the cedar shows that keeps his leaves in spite of any storm, even to affright thee with the view thereof.
And from thy bargain I'll rend thy bear and tread it under my foot with all contempt. This hide the burr that protect thy bear.
And so to arms, victorious father, to quell the rebels and their accomplices.
Ah! Charity for shame, speak not in spite, for you shall sup with Jesus Christ tonight.
Thou stigmatic, thou more than thou canst tell.
If not in heaven, thou surely sup in hell.
And if thou dost not flee from the bear, thou wilt look angry from its sound alarm, and deafened cries from the middle of the end there. Clifford, I say, come forth and fight with me. I swore, giving thee peace, but thou art still. Keep my soul, heaven, if be thy will.
Oh, let the vile world end, and the purpose flame of the last day in earth and heaven together. In cruelty of life's bound, come, thou new ruin of old Clifford's house, bear I thee upon thy man's shoulders nothing so heavy as these words of mine.
Sword, hold thy temper. Heart be wrathful still. Priests pray for enemies, but princes kill.
Away, my lord! You're slow! For shame, away! We are on the heavens! Could Margaret stay?
What do you mean of? You nor fight nor flight, now is it men with wisdom and defense to give the enemy way to secure us by what we can, which can no more than fly. If you be tame, we then should see the bottom of all our fortunes, but if we haply escape, as well we may, if not for you are loved. And when it is reached out in our fortunes may readily be stopped.
Oh, away for your relief, and we will live to see their day, and them our fortunes give. Away, my lord, away!
Of Salisbury, who can report of him that winter lion who makes forget age, contusions, and all rush of time, and like a gallant in the brow of youth prepares him with occasion. This happy day is not itself, nor have we won one, but if Salisbury be lost.
My noble father, 3 times today I hauled him to his horse, 3 times for streaking, thrice I led him off, persuaded me from any further act. But still where danger was, still there I met him. And like rich hangings in a homely house, so was his will in his old feeble body. But look, noble as he is, look where he comes.
By the mass, by my sword, well hast thou fought today. By the mass, so will. I thank you, Richard. God knows how long it is I have to live, and have pleased him that 3 times today you have defended me from imminent death. Well, lords, we have not got that which we have. 'Tis not enough our foes of this land fled, being opposite to such repairing nature.
I know our safety is to follow them, for as I hear, the king is fled to France, to London, to call present a court of parliament. Let us pursue him ere the bids go forth. What says Lord Warwick? Shall we after them?
After them. Yea, before them if we can. Now by my faith, lords, today was a glorious day. St. Albans' battle won by famous York shall be eternized in all ages to come. Some drums and trumpets, and to London all, and more such days as these to us befall.